Sitting next to me is the wonderful Coco Maria, a DJ, a radio presenter, and an all-round lovely person. We actually met a few weeks ago, and we had a really nice time. You played an all-night set at NT's Loft, and now you have two sets over the weekend at We Out Here. You play here most years. Like, what's your affiliation with this festival?
Yeah, I play here every year since the beginning, and it's just for me the festival that feels most at home. So I know a lot of people here. I think I like almost all the music presented. So also it's connected to Worldwide FM, which is the station where I was hosting a morning show. So it's like feels really familiar and comfortable and natural to be here.
Your breakfast shows also on NTS when you've occasionally done them have been really nice. What's the feeling of like a morning soundtracking people's mornings versus maybe peak time in a club?
Yeah, it's a different vibe. I think it's completely different and other music. So when I prepare for my morning shows, I prepare music that I would like to hear myself in the morning, which is something that is not too hard, soft, uplifting, sunny. So that's what I'm looking for. And my sets kind of are the same, like uplifting and mainly Latin music, but it can be more hectic.
You're originally from Mexico and you're currently based in Amsterdam. About Latin American culture and Mexico, is there anything particularly about that place that really influenced your love of those records? Because you obviously dig deeper than that. You dig across Bossa Nova, so across the whole continent. But is there anything about Mexico in particular, like being at home, that makes it easier or harder to dig for records?
Yeah, I think Mexico is a very musical country. So not just my family or my environment, but it's a country that has a lot of music. Everywhere you go, you hear something. Also, Mexico is a very big country, and in the past, and I think still now, Mexico was considered like the loudspeaker of Latin America, which means a lot of musicians and artists from all over Latin America, they went to Mexico to be more known because it's a country that I think is very passionate about music, and there's a lot of interest about music. Plus, there were lots of labels based there and production houses, radio stations. So for music, it's a very productive place to be. And then still now, I think the radio stations go very strong, and there's a lot of yeah, people want music. So I think it's very easy to develop it.
And just about records, because you collect a lot of records and you play a lot of records. For aspiring DJs or people that want to build up their collection but might be intimidated by like playing vinyl, collecting vinyls, what kind of advice would you say to kind of start to build a collection that isn't too stressful?
I will say to start to not rush it. And I think one of the things that is very easy to start with are compilations because they are like a door to many artists that you didn't know. So it's a good way to start. And then from there you can check what you like. Also, records are getting more and more expensive, I think. So I will say compilations are a good way to start. Listening to lots of radio shows and going to gigs. Adventure yourself and go to record stores and don't always just buy what you think, what you heard that it's good, but also follow your own feeling.
Yeah, that's really good advice, actually. Compilations can be, like you said, a great way of discovering new music. Are there any record labels or compilations recently that you'd recommend for anyone to check out?
I think Bongo Joe Records and based in Switzerland has really good compilations, very diverse also. I actually released one there in the past. I also like the compilations by Sandway. They're very well made, like very good quality music and information. Plus, I will say at the moment there's a few I really like on a label called Mad About Records. It's a label based in Lisbon. It's more Brazilian music.
I think the last thing I want to ask you is, in the last couple of years, are there any things that you're most proud of in your career and with music?
I would say I think my most dear job at the moment, work, mission, I don't know. It's my radio show and my morning shows on Worldwide FM, especially because it was really a beautiful way to connect with other people. And even if it's not there anymore, I still meet people that come and tell me how important was for them to have this routine and have this show. And I think for me, it really changed my life also. So I would say that's for me like a big achievement, which didn't feel like an achievement, like an achievement. It was more like just happened so beautifully natural. And also my compilations, yeah, the compilations I put out called Club Coco. I think also that was a great way to present music I like to other people, and they were very well received. Still now, the people keep buying them, and so that's something I thought that was good to do. I think it was something I'm happy I did. Yeah.
Me and some friends actually listened to one of your morning mixes in the car on the way over here. It is really good vibes. Recommend checking it out.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
always love your sets and love your music, and just keep doing what you're doing because it's really good and we love it.